Imagine for a moment that the secret to a truly fulfilling life has been right in front of us for centuries, yet most of us have seen it only through a haze of misconceptions. Stoicism, a philosophy often misunderstood and dismissed, has remarkably withstood the test of time, captivating thinkers from ancient Rome to today's modern world. Yet, despite its endurance, the perception of Stoicism faces a maze of myths that cloud its true essence. Why do these misconceptions about Stoicism still persist? Perhaps it's because the philosophy's principles are both deceptively simple yet profoundly challenging to internalize. Or maybe it's that society's portrayal of Stoics as emotionless or detached individuals has overshadowed the rich, nuanced teachings of this age-old wisdom. In this video, we're about to unravel not just some myths, but 10 of the most entrenched misconceptions about Stoicism. As we peel back these layers, prepare for an entertaining and enlightening journey that promises to transform your understanding of what it means to live stoically. Stay with us as we dive deep into the heart of this philosophy, and by the end, you might just find yourself viewing life and Stoicism in an entirely new light. Now turning to our first misconception, Stoicism is all about suppressing emotions. Many people falsely believe that to be Stoic means to be devoid of feeling, akin to an unfeeling robot. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. The Stoic philosophy actually revolves around understanding and managing emotions, not pushing them away or ignoring them. Stoics recognize that emotions are natural human responses, but they emphasize that how we choose to react to these emotions is key. The goal of Stoicism is to cultivate inner tranquility by using reason to guide our emotional responses. Instead of suppressing emotions, Stoics aim to distinguish between what emotions are within our control and what are not. This understanding allows them to focus their energy and attention on what truly matters, rather than being overwhelmed by impulsive emotional reactions. For instance, if you're faced with an unexpected setback, a Stoic approach would involve pausing to reflect on the situation, understanding your emotional response, and then deciding on the most rational way to proceed. This is very different from simply suppressing emotions altogether. By learning to manage emotions through the lens of reason, Stoics believe they can lead a more fulfilling and balanced life. So, rather than seeing Stoicism as an emotionless void, consider it a path to emotional intelligence and resilience. With this misconception cleared, we can see how Stoicism offers profound insights into living an emotionally healthy life. Moving forward, let's delve into another widespread myth that suggests Stoicism is reserved for a privileged few. Now turning to a deeper understanding of emotions within Stoic practice, we find that the philosophy is not about eliminating emotions but about engaging with them intelligently. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius offer timeless wisdom in their writings, emphasizing rational engagement with emotions rather than denial. Seneca, for instance, suggested that emotions are like wild horses that need the reins of reason to guide them. He argued that while we experience emotions naturally, it is reason that allows us to harness these emotions constructively. Marcus Aurelius built on this by journaling his practices of self-reflection and rational analysis. He taught that by observing our inner states calmly and clearly, we can choose responses that align with our values rather than reacting impulsively. This approach allows Stoics to maintain clarity and focus even amidst turbulent emotions. It is a practice of conscious observation and thoughtful response, enabling individuals to navigate life's complexities with a steady hand. Both Seneca and Marcus Aurelius saw emotions as part of the human experience, not obstacles to be eradicated. They viewed emotional experiences as opportunities to exercise reason and cultivate wisdom. By understanding this, we can see that Stoicism invites us to embrace our emotions as tools for personal growth and resilience, rather than adversaries to be suppressed. As the next challenge unfolds, let's explore the myth that Stoicism is a philosophy reserved for the privileged few. and reveal how its teachings extend far beyond societal boundaries. As we delve into the belief that Stoicism is a philosophy for the privileged few, we must first understand its historical roots. Contrary to the notion that Stoicism was exclusive to the elite, its teachings were actually accessible to a wide range of social classes in ancient times. The philosophy emerged in a period marked by great social and political upheaval, where its principles offered solace and practical guidance to a diverse audience. Stoicism's early followers included not just philosophers and statesmen, but also merchants, soldiers, and slaves, each finding value in its teachings. This universal appeal can be attributed to the fact that Stoicism emphasizes internal virtues over external status. For example, Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, was born into slavery. Despite his humble beginnings, his teachings highlighted the power of personal freedom through the mastery of one's thoughts and actions. This made Stoicism remarkably egalitarian, promoting ideas that anyone, irrespective of social standing, could aspire to and practice. Furthermore, the Stoic emphasis on inner strength and moral character over wealth and birthright resonated with many who sought meaning and stability in an uncertain world. Through the ages, Stoic wisdom has continued to inspire people from all walks of life, proving that its relevance transcends social and economic boundaries. As we continue this exploration, let's shift our focus to another prevalent myth, which is the idea that Stoicism promotes apathy. Moving forward, we unravel the timeless and universal appeal of Stoic teachings, which extends far beyond ancient classrooms to resonate with contemporary audiences across the globe. In today's fast-paced world, where stress and anxiety often dominate our lives, the principles of Stoicism provide a framework for mental tranquility and resilience that appeals to individuals from diverse backgrounds. Consider the world of sports, where athletes like Tom Brady credit their focus and perseverance to Stoic practices, emphasizing control over one's inner game to enhance performance. In business, leaders such as Tim Ferriss and Ryan Holiday advocate for Stoic wisdom as essential for navigating the uncertainties of entrepreneurship and decision-making. The philosophy's emphasis on rational thought and emotional regulation finds its place in modern therapy practices as well, aiding people in developing life skills that promote emotional well-being and clarity of purpose. Furthermore, the digital age allows Stoic teachings to reach and inspire a global audience, with online communities forming around shared insights on ancient texts. These groups bring together people from varied cultures, professions, and philosophies, united by the desire to lead more reflective and meaningful lives. Through these examples, it's evident that the practical, introspective nature of Stoicism continues to hold universal relevance, offering useful strategies for anyone seeking to cultivate inner strength and serenity amidst life's challenges. As we reflect on Stoicism's universal appeal, it's essential to address another misinterpretation, the notion that Stoicism promotes apathy. Now turning to the myth that Stoicism promotes apathy, let's explore the misconception that Stoics are detached from emotions and indifferent to the world around them. In truth, Stoicism advocates for a balanced and nuanced approach to emotions. Rather than promoting apathy, Stoicism encourages us to build emotional resilience and rationally detach from negative feelings that don't serve us or our well-being. This means identifying which aspects of life are within our control, our thoughts, intentions, and reactions, and focusing our energy there while accepting the things we cannot change with equanimity. It's about mastering our internal dialogues to maintain peace amidst external chaos, not turning off our emotions entirely. Consider the metaphor of standing in a storm with an umbrella. The storm represents the external challenges and unchangeable events. The umbrella symbolizes our Stoic mindset, providing shelter and perspective by focusing on what we can control, our reactions and attitudes. This mindset doesn't mean ignoring the rain, but rather choosing how we respond to getting wet. Contrary to fostering indifference, Stoic teachings empower individuals to engage with life more meaningfully by cultivating a deeper understanding of their emotional responses and their origins. This active engagement leads to a richer, more vibrant existence where one is not tossed by the waves of fate, but navigates through them with thoughtful intention and integrity. As we dismantle misconceptions about Stoicism promoting apathy, we uncover its core teaching of emotional resilience, a testament to the philosophy's profound practicality for modern living. With this understanding, we venture further into the depths of Stoic philosophy to address another common myth, the idea that Stoicism discourages any kind of pleasure. As the next challenge unfolds, we delve into the importance of active engagement with the world according to Stoic principles. At the heart of Stoicism is the concept of living in accordance with nature, which doesn't imply a passive acceptance of all circumstances, but rather an active and mindful participation in life. This principle encourages us to harmonize our actions with rationality and virtue, reflecting the natural order of the universe. By actively engaging in the world, Stoics embrace their role as citizens of the cosmos, understanding that every individual has a duty to contribute positively to their community. This involves making ethical decisions, participating in societal developments, and nurturing connections with others. Stoicism teaches that true fulfillment is found in contributing to the greater good, where personal happiness is intertwined with the well-being of others. Consider the analogy of a musician in an orchestra. Each player must engage actively with their instrument and fellow musicians, following the conductor's guidance to create harmony. Similarly, Stoicism invites us to play our part with intention and awareness, ensuring that our actions resonate positively within the larger orchestra of humanity. In this way, Stoic engagement is neither passive nor indifferent. It's a call to live consciously, aligning our actions with our values and the world around us. By embracing this active form of engagement, we cultivate a deeper sense of meaning and purpose in our lives, highlighting a key Stoic belief that living well involves more than mere observation. It requires dynamic participation. With this understanding of Stoic engagement, we are ready to address another intriguing myth about Stoicism, the notion that it discourages any kind of pleasure. Now turning to the common misconception that Stoicism discourages any kind of pleasure, it's important to clarify that the Stoics didn't advocate for total abstinence from enjoyment. Instead, their philosophy revolves around the idea of moderation and virtue as guiding principles for experiencing pleasure. The Stoic approach to pleasure isn't about rejecting it altogether, but rather discerning which pleasures contribute to a virtuous and fulfilled life. Stoicism teaches us to differentiate between fleeting indulgences and those that align with our values, thus leading to genuine contentment. The key lies in moderating our desires, ensuring they do not disrupt our inner peace or lead us away from living in accordance with nature. Picture a wise gardener tending their garden, carefully choosing what to nurture and what to weed out, ensuring that the garden flourishes in harmony. Similarly, Stoics cultivate pleasures that nourish their spirit while avoiding those that may bring chaos or disarray. By seeking pleasures that enrich rather than enslave us, Stoics believe we can enjoy life more deeply and authentically. This philosophy encourages us to savor moments of joy responsibly, aligning our pursuits with our ethical and rational framework. Stoicism, therefore, doesn't dismiss pleasure but rather integrates it as part of a balanced and virtuous life. With this understanding of Stoic moderation, we'll explore how this ancient philosophy remains relevant and applicable in today's fast-paced world. With the next phase of the journey in sight, let's delve into the concept of Stoic asceticism, which allows us to understand how the Stoics skillfully balanced pleasure and discipline. At its core, Stoic asceticism isn't about punishing the body or denying oneself happiness, but rather about fostering a life guided by virtue. This philosophy instills the belief that true contentment arises from the strength of character and moral integrity, not material indulgence. Imagine navigating life as a skillful sailor, steering a vessel with a steady hand amidst changing tides. The Stoic sailor knows when to adjust the sail to capture the wind and when to hold steady, ensuring the course remains true. In this same vein, Stoics advocate for living with intention, choosing actions that align with ethical principles while carefully avoiding excess that might lead to unrest or deviation from one's path. They view self-control as a profound form of freedom, liberating the mind from the chains of unrestrained desires. By prioritizing virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, Stoics find fulfillment not in the accumulation of pleasures, but in the pursuit of inner peace and harmony. This integration of discipline and pleasure teaches us a powerful lesson in today's consumer-driven society. That real wealth is found in the richness of our character, not the abundance of things. As we grasp this balance of virtue over indulgence, it becomes clear that Stoicism offers practical guidance not only for self-mastery, but also for navigating modern life's complexities. This enduring wisdom continues to provide a steadfast compass for those seeking to cultivate a life of purpose and tranquility, reminding us that true happiness comes from living in accordance with our highest values. With this profound insight into Stoic principles, we now turn to address the misconception that Stoicism is outdated and irrelevant. Now turning to the fifth myth, we explore the perception that Stoicism is outdated and irrelevant in our contemporary world. Contrary to this belief, Stoicism has proven to be astonishingly adaptable, providing a sturdy framework for navigating the complexities of modern life. Today's world faces challenges that the ancient Stoics could not have imagined, yet their wisdom remains a valuable compass. In business, Stoic principles such as focusing on what one can control, practicing patience, and maintaining integrity have become key tenets adopted by successful leaders and organizations. The ability to make decisions based on rational thought rather than impulsive reactions is highly valued in corporate settings, where calculated action often leads to sustained success. Furthermore, the teachings of Stoicism resonate within political discourse, emphasizing the importance of justice and ethical leadership. Stoic figures remind us of the power of remaining calm and reasoned in the face of societal pressures, urging leaders to stay true to their principles despite external noise. Stoicism encourages a focus on long-term goals and community well-being over short-term gains, a perspective that is increasingly critical in today's global decision-making. By serving as a bridge between ancient philosophy and modern practicality, Stoicism continues to illuminate paths to personal and collective fulfillment. These principles offer enduring guidance in a rapidly evolving world, proving that far from being irrelevant, Stoicism stands as a timeless philosophy that enriches our understanding of humanity and our role within it. As we dispel this myth of irrelevance, it's clear that Stoicism is not only relevant but essential in forging thoughtful and resilient approaches to the challenges of our era. Moving forward, let's delve into the contemporary practices that exemplify the enduring influence of Stoic thought today. Now turning to modern Stoic practices, we find a rich tapestry of applications woven into the fabric of today's society. Mindfulness, a core concept often associated with many contemporary well-being practices, finds its roots deeply embedded in Stoic traditions. This involves maintaining presence and awareness of our thoughts and actions, echoing the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature by being attentive to the present moment. In personal development spaces, people are increasingly adopting Stoic journaling routines, inspired by the reflective writings of Marcus Aurelius. This practice helps individuals track emotional responses and align daily actions with their values, fostering a life of intentionality and self-awareness. On an organizational level, Stoicism's emphasis on ethical decision-making is making waves. companies are prioritizing transparency, accountability, and long-term sustainability, guided by Stoic ideals of virtue and integrity. Leaders within these organizations often draw upon Stoic resilience to navigate crises, employing reason over reactivity, which ultimately cultivates environments grounded in trust and shared purpose. In educational settings, Stoic concepts are being embraced through curricula aiming to equip students with skills in emotional regulation and critical thinking, preparing them to face uncertain futures with confidence and clarity. Even in technology, developers infuse Stoic ethical considerations into innovations, prioritizing user welfare and ethical data management, ensuring that progress serves humanity responsibly. These contemporary examples illustrate that Stoic practices are not relics of the past but dynamic tools that enhance our capacity to lead conscious, purpose-driven lives. As we explore further into how Stoicism transcends time, let's next address the myth that equates Stoicism with religion. Moving forward, let's delve into the myth that Stoicism is a religion. It's important to clarify that while Stoicism includes spiritual elements, such as belief in the rational order of the universe and the pursuit of wisdom, it remains a practical philosophy at its core, not a religious doctrine. Unlike religions, which often center around worship, divine commandments, or the promise of an afterlife, Stoicism focuses on personal development through the cultivation of virtue and ethical living. The Stoics teach us to seek harmony with nature and the universe by understanding what is within our control and what is not. This approach is inherently secular, prioritizing rationality and logic over faith or dogma. Stoic ethics are grounded in the idea that virtue is sufficient for happiness and that moral integrity is achieved through the consistent application of reason. This emphasis on ethics encourages individuals to live according to principles derived from observation and reflection rather than religious mandates. Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius, prominent Stoic philosophers, illustrate this through their writings by emphasizing rational discourse and self-examination. They provide guidance on leading a meaningful life based on values that transcend religious boundaries. By understanding Stoicism as a philosophy, we can appreciate its universal appeal across diverse cultures and belief systems, offering practical tools for resilience, justice, and personal growth without religious constraints. With this clarification, let's now examine how Stoicism's pragmatic approach contrasts with religious practices and can complement various belief systems. Now turning to the comparison between Stoicism and religious practices, let's explore how these two domains intersect and diverge. At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy that champions the cultivation of virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These virtues are pursued through rational thought and introspection, making Stoicism flexible across various belief systems. Unlike religions that often include rituals, sacred texts, or divine interventions, Stoicism leans heavily on the power of the individual's mind to achieve moral excellence. Central to Stoicism is the concept of the dichotomy of control, which encourages individuals to focus on what they can influence and let go of what they cannot. This pragmatic approach resonates with people across different walks of life, as it aligns with the idea of living in harmony with natural law without imposing any religious dogma. For instance, while religious frameworks may dictate specific moral codes or rituals, Stoicism invites individuals to derive conclusions through reasoned observations. This difference allows Stoicism to complement rather than compete with religious beliefs, providing a philosophical toolkit that can enhance one's personal and spiritual journey regardless of prior convictions. By encouraging self-examination, Stoicism offers a pathway to personal growth and ethical living that aligns with many religious values while remaining open and adaptable to diverse perspectives. As we recognize these distinctions, it becomes clear how Stoicism can be a valuable ally to those seeking guidance in both secular and religious contexts. Moving forward, let's address the idea that Stoicism is synonymous with fatalism. This misconception often arises from a misunderstanding of the Stoic concept of fate and control. While fatalism suggests an absolute surrender to destiny, Stoicism offers a more nuanced perspective through the dichotomy of control. The Stoics taught that while certain aspects of life are indeed beyond our control, we hold significant sway over our responses and decisions. This distinction empowers individuals to take responsibility for their actions and emotions rather than passively accepting whatever happens. In essence, Stoicism encourages a balanced approach where we acknowledge the limits of our influence, but also embrace our capacity to shape our inner world. For instance, Marcus Aurelius, a key figure in Stoic philosophy, frequently emphasized the importance of inner strength and integrity, reminding us that we can control our thoughts and reactions even in the face of circumstances we cannot change. By focusing on what lies within our sphere of influence, Stoicism promotes resilience and proactive engagement with life rather than passive submission. This proactive mindset enables us to navigate challenges with clarity and purpose, reinforcing the view that Stoicism is far from advocating for a fatalistic outlook. Instead, it serves as a guiding principle for taking meaningful action and fostering personal growth. Now turning to how Stoics handle the concept of control and fate, it's crucial to understand their distinctive approach. Stoics champion the acceptance of what cannot be altered while simultaneously advocating for active control over individual actions. This mindset is encapsulated in the dichotomy of control, which teaches that while we cannot dictate external events, we can determine how we interpret and respond to them. Take the wisdom of Epictetus, another renowned Stoic thinker, who asserted that our chief concern should be with matters within our control, like our judgments, desires, and decisions, while releasing our hold on things beyond our reach. By doing so, we align ourselves with nature, acknowledging both the inevitability of certain events and the freedom inherent in choosing our values and reactions. This proactive stance fosters a sense of inner tranquility and resilience as it encourages focusing energy on productive endeavors rather than lamenting the uncontrollable. In practice, this means redirecting frustration from external circumstances to refining one's internal state, crafting a life defined by intentional choices rather than dictated by fate. This philosophy empowers us to act with integrity and equanimity, no matter the external chaos, which embodies the true essence of Stoic empowerment. As we embrace this mindful approach, we reshape our engagement with the world, turning inevitable challenges into opportunities for growth and alignment with personal principles. As the next aspect of Stoicism comes into focus, it's vital to counter the myth that Stoics avoid relationships or are disconnected from others. In reality, Stoicism emphasizes the profound importance of social bonds and community, seeing them as essential components of a well-lived life. Contrary to the misconception that Stoics prioritize isolation, they actually advocate for forming meaningful relationships based on mutual respect and virtue. The Stoic philosopher Seneca often highlighted the significance of companionship, underscoring that humans are inherently social beings meant to coexist in harmony with others. Viewing the world as a global community, Stoics are encouraged to engage actively and contribute positively to society. They believe in the practice of cosmopolitanism, which suggests that all human beings belong to a single community, regardless of their diverse backgrounds or social status. This belief extends to the idea of fulfilling one's roles and duties towards family, friends, and society at large. Far from being detached, Stoics see the cultivation of strong, virtuous relationships as a path to personal growth and fulfillment. This engagement not only fosters a supportive network to rely on in times of need, but also enriches one's own Stoic practice. Therefore, in debunking the myth that Stoics shun relationships, it becomes clear that their philosophy deeply values the ties that bind us, encouraging authentic connections that enhance our shared human experience. Now turning to the exploration of Stoicism and social duty, we uncover how Stoic teachings deeply encourage fulfilling one's roles and responsibilities to others. At the heart of this is the concept of cosmopolitanism, which invites us to view ourselves as citizens of the world. This perspective urges Stoics to transcend narrow individualism and embrace a broader sense of duty to humanity. The Stoics believed that each person has a role to play within the interconnected web of society, emphasizing the importance of contributing to the common good. By fulfilling their duties, Stoics aim to create harmony within their communities and foster an environment where virtue can flourish. This extends to everyday actions, from supporting local initiatives to participating in community services. Stoics like Epictetus taught that by fulfilling our social responsibilities, we align with nature's order, which inherently values cooperation and mutual benefit. In doing so, we not only contribute positively to society but also cultivate our own character and wisdom, thereby enriching our lives and those around us. So, as we unravel the myths surrounding Stoicism, it becomes evident that this philosophy deeply values and promotes active participation in social duties, bridging personal growth with the welfare of the broader community. As we move forward, let us continue to see how Stoic principles guide not just personal ethics, but also collective well-being. As the next phase of our exploration of Stoicism unfolds, we tackle the stereotype that Stoicism is a male-dominated philosophy. This misconception overlooks the significant contributions of women to Stoic thought both in the past and today. From ancient times, women have engaged with Stoic philosophy, defying societal norms that often limited their intellectual pursuits. An exemplary figure is Portia Catanis, who was renowned for her wisdom and fortitude. In modern times, we see inspiring examples of women who embrace Stoic principles and share them globally. Women like Massimo Pigliucci and Sharon Lebel continue to bridge ancient teachings with contemporary issues, thereby enriching the Stoic narrative. These contributions remind us that Stoicism is not confined by gender. It is a philosophy that invites everyone to explore virtues such as wisdom, courage, and justice. This inclusivity speaks to the universality of Stoic teachings, encouraging individuals of all backgrounds to engage with its principles and apply them to enrich their own lives. As we continue this journey, let us recognize Stoicism's broad appeal and the diverse voices that have shaped its principles. This understanding not only challenges outdated stereotypes, but also broadens our appreciation of Stoicism's relevance in today's world. Moving forward, we will delve deeper into how Stoicism intersects with contemporary challenges, highlighting its enduring impact across different aspects of life. Now turning to a more nuanced exploration, let's delve into the historical and modern presence of women in Stoicism, providing a richer understanding of their contributions. Historically, women have been pivotal yet often overlooked figures within Stoicism. Portia Catanis, the daughter of the Roman philosopher Cato the Younger, was admired for her philosophical insight and lived according to Stoic principles, embodying the virtues of courage and temperance. Her commitment to Stoicism was renowned, even in a society where women's philosophical pursuits were not widely acknowledged. Fast forward to today, we witness a resurgence of interest in Stoicism, with prominent female figures playing an essential role in its modern revival. Notably, individuals like Sharon Lebel bring fresh perspectives by translating ancient Stoic texts into accessible language, making it easier for a broader audience to engage with these teachings. Her work reinforces the idea that Stoicism transcends gender, providing valuable insights for personal growth and resilience. Additionally, contemporary thinkers like Brittany Pollatt and the community at Modern Stoicism actively participate in spreading Stoic wisdom through workshops and online platforms. They emphasize how Stoic ideas can help navigate the complexities of modern life, proving that the philosophy is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. These advocates highlight that Stoicism is not merely a relic of the past but a dynamic framework that continues to evolve, enriched by diverse voices. By recognizing these contributions, we expand our understanding of Stoicism beyond traditional confines, appreciating its adaptability and resilience across different eras and cultures. As we explore this dynamic interplay between historical roots and contemporary applications, we deepen our appreciation of Stoicism's enduring influence and its capacity to inspire individuals from all walks of life. Moving forward, let's tackle the widespread myth that Stoicism equates to accepting injustice. At first glance, it might seem that Stoics, with their focus on inner peace and acceptance, might ignore injustices around them. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Stoicism places a significant emphasis on justice, viewing it as one of the cardinal virtues alongside wisdom, courage, and temperance. In fact, Stoic philosophy teaches that living a virtuous life involves actively pursuing justice and integrity, not only in one's actions but in society as a whole. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus advocated for standing firm against wrongs, underpinning their teachings with a robust sense of duty towards others. For Stoics, the pursuit of justice is not just a personal goal but a moral obligation. They believe it is essential to align one's actions with the greater good, bridging the gap between personal tranquility and societal fairness. This commitment to justice is also evident in the way they approached governance and leadership, striving to lead by example and implement equitable practices. Rather than turning a blind eye to injustice, Stoic teachings inspire individuals to cultivate an unwavering sense of moral integrity, urging them to act with fairness and compassion in all facets of life. In this light, we see that Stoicism is not about passive acceptance but active engagement with the world, striving to create a more just and virtuous society. As we unravel this misconception, we gain a deeper understanding of how Stoicism empowers us to uphold justice, not only within our personal spheres but also in the broader social context. As the next challenge unfolds, let's delve deeper into Stoic justice and activism. The core of Stoic philosophy promotes active engagement in societal issues, advocating for justice not just as an abstract principle but through tangible action. Drawing from today's world, many individuals inspired by Stoicism are channeling this ancient wisdom into powerful activism. Consider the work of modern climate change advocates who embody Stoic principles by focusing on what can be controlled, our actions and policies, while accepting the limitations of individual influence. This approach isn't about resignation but about effecting change where possible. Similarly, the rise of organizations focused on ethical leadership and governance reflects Stoic ideals by striving for accountability and transparency, ensuring that decisions and policies are grounded in fairness and integrity. These efforts are a testament to how Stoicism can inspire a proactive stance against injustice, emphasizing that we all share a responsibility to foster a world that reflects our highest values. In essence, Stoicism doesn't merely encourage internal reflection. It propels external action, urging each of us to be catalysts for justice and societal betterment. With these modern examples of Stoic-inspired activism, we see that the philosophy is alive and vibrant, urging us towards a future where justice is actively pursued and practiced in our everyday lives. Moving forward, this exploration of Myth 10 illustrates how Stoicism remains a guiding force for those seeking to harmonize personal virtue with collective justice. As the sun rises on the next chapter, let's wrap up by revisiting the 10 myths about Stoicism that we've demystified. Each myth, from the perception of emotional suppression to the idea of Stoicism promoting apathy, has been peeled back to reveal the true essence of this ancient philosophy. We have seen how Stoicism, far from being a relic of the past, holds immense relevance today. It offers practical guidance for managing emotions, tackling injustices, and engaging with the world in a meaningful way. The Stoic path is neither about rejecting emotions nor retreating into apathy. It's about nurturing resilience and acting ethically. The insights of Stoic thinkers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius remind us that Stoicism is accessible to all, encouraging us to live in accordance with nature and to pursue justice actively. This philosophy continues to inspire individuals across different walks of life, exemplifying its universal and timeless appeal. So, as we conclude this exploration, I invite you to delve deeper into the teachings of Stoicism. Let it challenge and transform your perspective, offering tools to navigate life with wisdom and grace. If you found these myths intriguing, or if you've had your own experiences with Stoicism, share them in the comments below. Let's foster a space for discussion and learning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on more enlightening explorations of philosophy and its practical applications.